It's 2021. I was getting ready to go to bed and my gut told me that something was wrong. It was 4 a.m. and I had gotten a message from this artist who usually doesn't message me this late. This artist was the happiest artist that I had known up to that point. But in that message, he told me that he wanted to kill himself and that he didn't see the point in either drawing or doing anything anymore. And the saddest part is that this wasn't the first time I had gotten a message like this. There was an approximate 2-year period from 2020 to 2022 where I would get several artists reaching out to me weekly, telling me that they hated their art or they hated themselves and that they didn't see a point in doing anything anymore and that they wanted to reach out to me to get some advice on it. And the even sadder part is that when I look back at art history, it's the exact same problem. Van Gogh, one of the most famous painters in history, killed himself at age 37. Mark Rothko, similar thing, he killed himself at age 66. And nowadays, artists' mental health hasn't actually changed much either. We bedrot, doom scroll, hating everything that we create. And I've never found a proper solution until recently. And if you're like me, I've been drawing for 6 years now, and for 4.5 of those years, I haven't felt happy with art. Drawing felt like a chore. I despised my work. And no matter how much improved, no matter how much better I had gotten in art, I was always dissatisfied. I always hated everything that I had created. And every day, I kept coping with the exact same message that probably you have told yourself as well. And that is, if my art was better, I'd be happier. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, that is a complete lie that people tell artists, not because they're bad people, no, not at all, but because no one actually understands the root issue as to why creative people hate their passion. And this is the most important message for any artist watching who hates their art or who has experienced a similar situation to me. Listen up and I'll explain why and what to do about it in a sec. I wasn't unhappy because I was bad at art, which is the lie that I've been telling myself for so many years. I was bad at art because I was unhappy. And this is something that no one tells you, but this is a complete game changer for you who hates their art. Your art, your ability to improve, your love for the process, your passion, your purpose is tied to your mental health. If your mind is turbulent and chaotic, then so will your art. If you're drained, burned out, and hate yourself, then it's impossible to create anything that you are really proud of. Like seriously, I really want you to think about this for a sec. How can you enjoy or be proud of anything that you create if you don't even have the mental bandwidth to do it? If you don't even have the energy to function in the first place, to even get out of your bed in the morning without bed rotting for 3 hours. And here's the thing, I didn't know this stuff. Before I was happy with my own art, I didn't know any of this stuff. I would lie awake until sunrise, scrolling endlessly, hating my art, looking at my likes being so low, and being so angry at the fact that I wasn't good enough. That maybe the problem was my art skill. Maybe the problem was the fact that I wasn't good enough. And that's why I wasn't getting likes. That's why I wasn't getting any attention. That's why I wasn't improving and my art was consistently getting worse. And if you've related to anything that I said right now, which if you're watching to this point of the video, you probably have. I'm telling you right now, and I really, really wish someone had told me this when I was younger, your problem is not your skill, because my brain didn't even have the mental bandwidth to improve. And instead of making the correlation, I kept thinking that it was because my art was not because my mental health was. And now, after finding the solution that I am going to tell you, I promise that I am the happiest that I've ever been in my life, not just with art, which of course it's great that now I can draw and feel passionate about it and I can become even better than I've ever been in art before, but I am happy with myself. And I'm now what you'd consider a happy artist. Now, if you're in this cycle where you feel like every time you draw, you're always progressively getting worse, where you always feel like you completely despise your art, and that no matter what you do, you just keep hating yourself more and more, I need you to hear me out with this because it is a complete game changer. The answer isn't drawing more. it is drawing less. If you keep pushing yourself while your mental health is at its lowest, you're just going to sink deeper into the hole that you have dug yourself. And it's only gonna get progressively worse. So here's what you do, and that is step away. Not forever. No, not because you're quitting, nothing like that. But because right now, your focus needs to be on yourself. Not your skill, not in how can I get more likes on Instagram? How can I get better at art? But for your mental health. Take a break, a real one, not some half-ass, no, I'm going to take a break, guys, and then still be active on Instagram. No. A real, at least 1 month break where you focus on yourself. If you need more, that's completely fine. You maybe need more than a month, but at the bare minimum, you need to do a month. And during that time, fix your mental health. Start building good habits, get some sunlight, clean your room, fix your sleep, and get your mind into a place where you can finally feel happy without needing some random dopamine boost. You need to start out with the small habits. And this is very, very important because I know many people fail during this stage. Start out with very small, very simple habits and then progressively overload from there. And understand that what matters is not that you are the best artist at all, but that you are having fun while drawing, that you finally enjoy the art process. And once you've done that, once you have started feeling better, and once you feel like you can actually live life while feeling good about yourself, then and only then can you start drawing again. So if you're struggling right now, if you feel like you hate your art, if you feel like you're not making any progress, or if it's all just getting worse, delete Instagram, stop drawing, and take a breather. Your art will still be there. Your account will still be there. All of your mutuals will still be there. But you won't make any progress if you don't strive to improve. If you don't strive to improve your mental health. Now, if you relate to any of this in the story, comment down below your story on self-doubt as an artist, because it'll help so many other artists who are struggling with the same issue. And if you know any artist at all who is struggling with something similar, maybe an art mutual or anyone you know, send this to them, because no one should struggle alone. And with that being said, everyone, I hope this advice helped you as much as it helped me back when I implemented this advice back in July of 2024. Because what's the point of being the best if you hate what you do? Let's break the cycle and normalize artists taking care of themselves. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.